Since we have the Gemini full moon tomorrow, this is a great time for me to do one of my favorite things, which is discuss real astrology and debunk any of the silliness out there that kind of brings a more mystical and magical approach to astrology that, although it could be cute and fun, is not based in anything real. So here we go. There are 12 new moons and 12 full moons per year. Sometimes there is an exception where there is an extra moon. There might be 13 in that year. But the point is that there isn't some interesting phenomenon when you get a full or new moon in a month, because there's one of each per month. That happens every time, every year. So the reason I say it like that is because you'll see online something like, can you believe that we have a new moon coming up? And it's like, yeah, I can believe it because the moons are mapped out so far in advance. You can look at any of the moons in, 2043. Like, it doesn't matter. We all know, if you're in real astrology, that there is a new moon and a full moon every month. And here's the other part that is going to maybe blow some people's minds if they haven't been told the right thing, which is that it is not a coincidence that the new moon is always going to be in the sign that the sun is in that season, right? So if we say that it's Sagittarius season, that means that the sun is in Sagittarius. So then the new moon that month has to be in Sagittarius. So let's do another test. If it's Libra season and you see that there's an upcoming new moon, what sign does that new moon have to be in? Libra, okay? So there's no coincidence here. That's one of the main things that I like to debunk with astrology when I'm teaching it, because a lot of people think that things are kind of random and how did this happen? But astrology is based in patterns and science and evidence. It's not random. So I hope that doesn't burst your bubble, but it's all already there. So full moons, okay, again, we have one every month. And here's the wild thing there, ready? A full moon has to be in the opposite sign of whatever season it is. Every zodiac sign has an opposite sign, okay? So Aries is opposite Libra. Taurus is opposite Scorpio. Gemini is opposite Sagittarius. Cancer is opposite Capricorn. Leo is opposite Aquarius. And Virgo is opposite Pisces. So what that means is, let's say it's Leo season. That would mean that the sun is going through Leo. So if there's a full moon coming up in Leo season, what sign could it ever be in? Aquarius. It has to be. So every month there is a new moon and a full moon that follows this pattern every time. Every year. This happens every year. Okay? So given that it is Sagittarius season right now, which just means that the sun is traveling through the sign of Sagittarius, that is why the full moon tomorrow on December 4th is in Gemini, because Gemini is the opposite sign of Sagittarius. And a full moon is always, without fail, without any exception, is when the sun is opposite the moon. So if the sun is in Sagittarius, the moon has to be in Gemini for it to be a full moon. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you so much for listening. And if you want to learn more astrology, you know where to find me.